And just like Mr. Jalof, I come in peace. Come in peace. I come in peace.
There are people that have said, and just listen, and this is from different conversations that we might have heard, or even people calling in to say, listen, I understand the situation that Nigeria is facing at the moment, but I don't want to be a hero. I'm just here trying to help my family and help my life. So in a situation where you're saying align with the people, yes, you've lost a lot, but people are still saying, yes, so we've lost a lot. We've lost what maybe our parents before us suffered for us to inherit, and now we've lost it because there are these thugs or political thugs that were unleashed, and they're like, I don't want to be a part of this. In as much as I'm in Nigeria, I've been able to, on my own and with my family, forge our way ahead, and now we're being roped into this because you're saying align with the people. You know, it's sacrifice that has to be given. What about people that don't want to make that sacrifice?
Well, the choice has been taken away from you, right? The choice is no longer in your hand. You understand? Now the choice is being made for us by the ancestors. That this is a moment in history. You understand? Franz Fanon says every generation out of relative obscurity must determine his purpose and then decide whether to fulfill or betray that purpose. We are at that point in this generation. We are at that crossroad. So it's our decision. Do we want to betray or fulfill? You know, we have the opportunity now to begin to not do the elite thing of expecting the poor people to come to us, but of actually building the bridge and going to the people, listening to the people. Like me, I always say to my friends, why do NRM members have to evangelize? Why do they have to always go and talk to people and go to these areas where people are not politically woke to give this information? I said, you know, because it is important that we no longer expect the people to come to us.
So if you are going to be able to preserve Nigeria, you have to actually reimagine Nigeria and then sell your new image of Nigeria to the Nigerians. Because it's a democracy, it's not going to be all Nigerians that you can sell your ideas to. But if you sell your ideas to sufficient numbers as to propel a movement for change, then you are a leader. You can talk about moving from consumption to production all you care. But if the structure of the country is not one that encourages production, because what it actually wants is to impoverish those who live in the space, how do you increase production? If he is not talking about restructuring now, and he is propelled into office on the basis of the illusions of Nigerians who are hoping that a Peter Obi presidency might change Nigeria, would he be exercising the powers of a military dictator, or how does he intend to work with this skilled National Assembly? The only way Peter Obi wins is if he is able to galvanize a national movement. The only way he can galvanize that is to listen to the pains and yearnings of at least a majority in 4 out of 6 geopolitical zones in this country. We desire to see Nigerians freed from the shackles of this fraudulent constitution. Why is it impossible, if he knows, and he should know, he's intelligent enough to know, that the critical problem with Nigeria today are its evil governance structures, which are rooted in the 1999 fraud, Decree 24. Why is it impossible for him to galvanize us behind his own vision of the future that is rooted in restructuring? You can't change anything without restructuring Nigeria. It's not possible. So where is his vision for restructuring? Omoyele Sowore has one. We know exactly how many regions Nigeria would become if the AAC wins power. We know exactly what his views are on state police. Is on paper. Why is it so difficult to ask this of Mr. Peter Obi?
But some of your critics might say, or actually says that if it's not, do you think the Muslims northerners will allow the constitution to be redesigned to remove their advantages?
You see, this is the first thing that pains me when these questions are asked. What advantages? Whose advantages? The only persons that Nigeria currently advantages are the members of the ruling class. The people in Kankara, they are Fulanis. Zamfara is Fulani and Hausa almost equally divided. The northeast, the Boronus and the Boronus and the Fulanis, and then a lot of minorities. Who is enjoying Nigeria the way it is? Why are we afraid to confront our problems with ideas because the ideas will be unpopular? Why? They might be unpopular. Yes, explain it to them. Speak to people in relatable terms. Is it that the man in the northeast and the northwest does not want good life for themselves and their children? Do they understand how the structural lopsidedness of Nigeria makes it impossible to develop infrastructure? Do they understand that once upon a time, the same country that had only 4 regions now has 36 states and a federal capital, each of which has a governor, a state house of assembly? Once upon a time, there were more local governments in the southern, in fact, Yoruba land, the west, had more local government than the whole of northern Nigeria, because local governments were not the basis for sharing revenue. They were basis for locating development, and the western region was interested in urbanizing and developing its space. So they created a lot of local government, but today, you create local government based on land mass, whether there are people there or not. These so-called advantages, how does it trickle down to the common man on the streets of northern Nigeria? These advantages are claimed in the names of Arewa, but it accrues only to members of their feudal ruling class. It has never percolated down to the people. Why is it that we are afraid to speak to ourselves? Because, you see, we have made it so easy for Nigeria to perpetrate lies, just to be lying. What northern Nigeria? Who are these northern Nigerians? Are the people of the plateau part of this northern Nigeria that does not want restructuring? The people in Bauchi, are they one of them as well? All those parts of Bauchi, the Tangali people, so they don't want this restructuring. The Jukuns in Taraba do not want this restructuring. Are they not in northern Nigeria as well? Who is northern Nigeria? Who are the northern? It is important that we dispel these myths by confronting the issues with truth.
Listen, it is a mentality thing, it's a consciousness thing. Your nation cannot be greater than your consciousness. Mm-hmm. If we want Nigeria to be great, we want to elevate Nigeria, we elevate our consciousness. Nigeria's level like this is at the level of Nigerian people's consciousness. Mm-hmm. Go around these politicians and see the young people. They have loads. PA, this one, SSA, Tolu Ogunlesi is not SSA of Buhari.
Just to touch on that.
When they are with these people, go and hear what they say. They talk. You are the greatest. You are doing everything great. Anybody that say you are not doing anything is a hater.
You had mentioned about Nigeria resistance, saying that you go around to evangelize, to spread the word. And I believe right now what the NSAS protest did for Nigeria is to create a platform to bring attention and awareness to people to understand that they need to start being a part of governance. Now that people are paying attention, because what happened in Nigeria, and especially here in Lagos last week, is one that people will not forget easily. Now that they are paying attention, it is time for not just Nigeria resistance, but other people to use it as a platform to start enlightening people. Because you mentioned it is a consciousness thing, and if these people are not educated, if they're not informed, if their mindset is not transformed, it means that this will probably be the same thing, and it's going to be an unending cycle. To make it better past like